What is going on, everybody? My name is Christian Robert, and on this channel we talk stocks, personal finance, and wealth building. And today's video, I sold off one of my biggest positions in my main portfolio. So I wanted to take you through that a little bit, talk a little bit of why I did it. So let's just jump right into this. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. The stock I am talking about, as you can see right here, is L Brands. I don't want to drag this out too much because it still stings, but I sold my largest position. As you can see, I sold 237 shares for $6,510. Then obviously the little fractional shares sold separately for 25 bucks. I sold it at a cost of $27.50, and I had an average cost of around $33. So that was a loss of like 18%, or like $1,500 to $1,600. Why did I do this? I lost faith in the company. Retail stocks are not the same. It's a different world now with Amazon in the mix, and I just had to get out. There was a couple of extra reasons why I plan on selling a stock, or I plan on trimming a couple positions because I owed some margin, and I wanted to get that paid off because it was kind of just starting to get annoying owing that little bit of money. I owed a little under $6,000 remaining of margin because when certain stocks went on sale back in like January or December, I took advantage of it, and so I was planning on paying it off either way, but this allowed me to do it immediately and not have to keep paying that interest. So I sold L Brands. Let me back up. The reason I bought this stock, mainly because of Victoria's Secret, which is like their biggest company. When I buy a stock, I think about what is their competition, how is their competition doing, and what does this company have over them. And so when I thought of Victoria's Secret, it was a no-brainer because I can't even think of a main like number two competitor in that space. Of course, you have companies like Aerie and the companies that are sold at your Kohl's and Targets. And I guess Target's starting to do pretty well in that department with female apparel and fitness and stuff. But, they were the clear winners in that space. And so to me, it was a no-brainer. At the time, they were offering an insane dividend of 7 to 8%. And I just jumped in. I started buying the stock at $37, started working my way down, averaging down like I do with all my stocks. But this one just reached a point where I didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Let me pull up a chart here for you, if it loads. So I'm on Yahoo Finance, and I pulled up a 5-year chart. So this is getting alarming to me. I try not to get into, like short term, this and that. I'm a very long term thinker, but this is one stock that I was starting to lose sleep over. It was troubling me. And I'm seeing retail stocks all across the board, other than really Nike, that are really getting hammered in the last few years, mainly due to the increase of competition. And, it's just, I don't know. I just couldn't do it anymore. I feel like there's a lot of bleeding left, and I don't want to be a part of that journey. They still have a lot of debt. To me, the management team is still in panic mode a little bit. They're trying to figure things out to, make investors happy, and I just don't see what they're going to do. I did get excited because they brought their swimwear back after two-year hiatus, but then I started reading early reports about all of the swimwear stuff, about how it was overpriced, and women weren't buying it really because it was an online exclusive. So women want to try on a bathing suit because, it's a delicate thing to buy and how it fits, whatever. But, a lot of women were not buying it because of that reason. And so I just feel like Victoria's Secret is slowly becoming a thing of the past. And I don't want to get caught in a trap. So I just had to get out. I don't want to drag that out too much. But another alarming thing to me was every time it had a really good day or a really good week, it was instantly followed by an even worse week. And it was regardless of how the market was doing. I mean, there was a countless amount of times this stock was up 3 to 5%, and it was always followed by an even worse day, or a couple days later, it was always followed by a worse day. And so that was a troubling sign to me. Not that I get into technicals or anything, just from a general standpoint, that was alarming to me. It just couldn't grab any traction or momentum. And so, I'm going to take this loss like a champ. I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to use it as motivation to, be a better investor, learn more, make better decisions in the future. But I'm also excited because now I have cash to work with. There's a couple of new stocks that I might possibly add to the portfolio, one in particular. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you found some value in this. The main takeaway is if there's a stock in your portfolio that you own that it's struggling or you're losing sleep over or whatever, it's not the end of the world to sell and take a loss, because as long as you're consistently adding to your funds or your account, you're going to be okay. You can't win 100% of the time, although part of me disagrees with that, because you only lose when you sell. You can't lose if you just hold a stock ever. Even if the stock goes from $100 to $1, you're not losing unless you sell. But, I have to do what's in my best interest. So that's what I did. But I want to hear your feedback. I'm sure I'll get some mixed reactions from this, but comment down below. Did I make the right decision? Should I have held out longer? What would you have done in this situation? But I also want to hear from you guys. What are some stocks that you think I should be looking into? If it's already a stock I own, or a new stock that you want to bring to my attention, because I think I do want one more stock in the portfolio, and then I'll really start focusing on growing those positions. And so, yeah, if you want me to talk about a stock or look into something, I'd love to hear your feedback. But that's it. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.